On May 30th, 1889, a storm rolled into the area around Johnstown, Pennsylvania, about 60 miles east of Pittsburgh. The next morning, there was minor flooding, but it didn't concern the people who lived there. They had weathered heavy rains and high water before. But 15 miles above Johnstown, in the Allegheny Mountains, trouble was brewing at a 450-acre man-made lake owned by the exclusive New South Fork Fishing and Hunting Club. The club had hastily rebuilt a 50-year-old dam to create the lake for the summer resort, patronized by Pittsburgh's industrial tycoons, the likes of Andrew Carnegie, Henry Clay Frick, and Andrew Mellon. Despite repeated warnings of danger by local engineers, club members had done nothing to maintain the dam. And at about 3:15 in the afternoon on May 31st, it burst, releasing 20 million tons of water. It took about 40 minutes for the lake to completely empty, doing so with the force of Niagara Falls. The water roared down the mountain at speeds up to 40 miles an hour, uprooting anything in its path and carrying away trees, telegraph and telephone poles, railroad equipment, stone and wooden bridges, and tons of soil and rocks. The juggernaut slammed into Johnstown just after 4 p.m., sweeping away people and livestock and shattering more than 1,500 businesses and homes. In a mere 10 minutes, the entire city was destroyed. The official death toll mounted to 2,209. Makeshift morgues were set up around the town, but hundreds were never found, and a third of the corpses were never identified. As news of the tragedy reached cities around the country and the world, relief efforts began. But they had to rebuild the train lines before things like food, clothing, and tents could get to Johnstown. It was the first crisis handled by Clara Barton and her newly formed American Red Cross. Barton stayed and helped the survivors for 5 long months. The Red Cross's tireless work in Johnstown helped establish it as the major disaster relief agency in the U.S. As time wore on, newspapers started raising questions about the South Fork Club members' responsibility for the flood because of their neglect of the dam. In the end, though, they were never held legally responsible. Today, the Johnstown Flood Memorial and Museum pays tribute to those who lost their lives there and stands as a testament to one of America's greatest disasters, a preventable tragedy of its Gilded Age.